Hi, and welcome to the first edition of Smart Night Commentary. This is technically my second video, but the first one was really crappy. And the purpose of the Smart Night is to do a weekly podcast, well, video cast, if you want to get really technical, because right now I don't have the ability to do a whole podcast and, put it on Stitcher or your iTunes or your Microsoft Zune shop. That's still a thing. But right now I'm testing something out, in the Smart Night commentaries, where I do commentary we can listen to while watching a match. Uh, this match is going to be CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. It was 2013. Yeah. Yeah, 2013. Yeah, because he left in 2014. Yeah, it's make sure. 2013. CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2013. To me, the best match of that year. Granted, I wasn't into New Japan at that point in time, so, you know, prove me wrong, tell me, watch this match from New Japan 2013. So, yeah, Smart Night Commentary. Yeah, it's going to be me doing my thoughts and my thoughts on the match, what was going on during that time period. So, yeah, if you're interested, you know, stick around, buckle up, pull up the match on the network, or we're, Dailymotion, YouTube, or other various places one would get videos that may not be the up and up. You do you. So yeah, I'm gonna set it up right now. Here we go. Looking it up. So yeah, the reason I picked that match is it's the first match that actually stuck out to me. Oddly enough, maybe because CM Punk's last good match in WWE, which is kind of sad, right? His last match was against a part-timer, thing that he sort of railed against. And why I cannot find it? This is totally unprofessional. Way to kick off the first match. I should just had this ready, but no. I could totally just edit this out, but no. This is some great video and commentary. Oh, okay. I think I have it up. Yes, there it is. Awesome. So here we go. Mine starts right here, and with it ends on begins at the ending of a Ryback segment, which is again really funny that this CM Punk segment is following a Ryback segment because we all know what happened there. And if you don't know, go to that Colt Cabana podcast with CM Punk. It's quite an eye opener, but it's nothing you haven't heard already. CM Punk, blamed Ryback for being a very stiff worker. You know, called him the steroid guy, which I think Ryback himself has admitted that he took steroids and admitted that he's taking testosterone right now. So yeah, and see at this point in time, Ryback he was kind of growing on me. He was doing that bully gimmick, which was annoying me, but it was growing on me. But when when it finally was about to click and I turned on it, uh, I think I think they were in England or something, and it was him and Kane. They were feuding. Of course, I'm talking over because they're doing the whole promo on my end. So that promo before the match, and with Chuck through the entrances, then to the commentary when the match starts. So yeah, Ryback, is feuding with Kane. They're in England, and they got into a little brawl, and they went all the way to the concession stand. They took the brawl all the way up there, and Ryback had pinned Kane up against the wall, but there was a concession stand, so Kane was behind the concession stand. It was this little stand selling peanuts and popcorn, and Kane was pinned up against the wall, and so Ryback pushes the stand on him. Kane falls over. Kane, you know, runs away with tail between his legs. The camera pans and stays on Ryback, and I could telegraph it from a mile away. I could see what he was gonna say because he's doing a stupid bully gimmick, even though he was a face, which is WWE logic. So I could telegraph what he was gonna say. I could see it coming. Ryback picks up a bag of nuts, peanuts, and in a stupid Ryback voice, "Hey, you forgot your nuts!" And I was like, "Okay, you hit it. I like it. You hit the note." And just when I was processing, I was like, "He hit the note. All right, let's move on." Stupid. Why? Why did you have to say that? You said your line. Move on. See, I don't know if that was like a WWE thing. Like, okay, say this, and then say your thing. The reason I say that because early Roman Reigns and his suffering succotash. I'm pretty sure Roman Reigns in his lifetime, up until that point, had never said suffering succotash. See, I don't know if like someone told Ryback, okay, say that line, and then say your little gimmick line. Say stupid at the end. Which I wouldn't put it past them, because it's WWE. And we all know WWE has the best timing and everything. I mean, get Hugh Jackman when he's doing the Wolverine, or when he's about to do an X-Men movie. No, get him to do a little segment when he's promoting that stupid boxing robot movie. You know, they just have the worst timing in it. So that's why I want to put it past them to do that. And it just bothered me so much because it's like, imagine every famous one-liner in movie history and followed up by something like "Hasta la vista, baby," because you're dead. It's like, no, no need for because you're dead. No need for nothing. Just perfect. You had one job right back. But anyway, uh, and I just find it funny that CM Punk, did this podcast about, having to work with this stiff guy, and then, Brock Lesnar having to come back from a knee injury to face Brock Lesnar. And it's funny that he complained, come on, face. He was airing his grievances, he was complaining. I'm a CM Punk fan, I still am. He got his ass kicked in the octagon, but I'm still his fan. But, his status in the company, what he was getting paid, and then Ryback and everyone else, crapped on him. And so funny, Ryback gets canned and then complains about the exact same thing, but nobody cares. It's just funny to me. But mentioning the podcast once again and Brock Lesnar, I just find it funny that his last match, again, I'm repeating myself, it was with Brock Lesnar because he had to come back from the injury after hurting his knee. He was already hurt. I mean, he was hurt at the beginning of the year when he had to go fight The Rock. He came back early to do that stupid TLC match with Hardy Ryback. And then he re-injured himself doing that table spot of Taker at WrestleMania. He's barely 100%. He's just getting better, and Vince calls him, hasn't do this match. I just find it kind of funny that they never appreciated CM Punk, because this was a guy who would do anything. Obviously, who knows how far he is right now, and there he is about to step into the ring with Brock Lesnar. And granted, I knew Brock Lesnar was going to win at this point in time, but I argued before and I argued after that CM Punk could have won this match. Everyone that I've talked to and argued against is that CM Punk had no business winning this match. Well, up to this point, this Brock Lesnar wasn't the Brock Lesnar of 2017. This was or the 2016 that 8 1 spear, 1 jackhammer died in 30 seconds, or the 2017 version that 8 5 spears and a jackhammer and kicked out and won. This was a Brock Lesnar who had lost to Triple H and had lost to John Cena. And this match, and it begins, Brock Lesnar, this point, he's dominating CM Punk right now. He's taking the corner, and CM Punk's fighting back, but it's a no-holds-barred match. You can use weapons. Weapons are allowed, and at this point in time, CM Punk has come back with that sweet Gracie Jiu-Jitsu sweater, and he was wearing a lot to the point that WWE said, don't wear that sweater, we'll make you a sweater with your little symbol. We cannot promote Jiu-Jitsu. The point is, CM Punk, had shown that he could, he could do the graps, roll around. And the whole point of Jiu-Jitsu is, doesn't matter how strong, how fast your opponent is, if you get him to the ground, you can kick his ass, right? That's the whole point of Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, go back and look at that early UFC. Gracie won by destroying a bunch of bigger, taller dudes with Jiu-Jitsu. So, you could tell the story. I mean, it's the beast versus the best. And he is the best in the world up to this point. He's going to do whatever it takes because he's the best and he's going to slay the beast. But, granted, against storylines that are in the way, but they continue on. Brock leaving, gotta continue the story on with Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman screwed Punk at Money in the Bank. So you had the storyline, but it just comes back around with them the podcast not appreciating CM Punk. I mean, Triple H went over, John Cena went over, CM Punk, you can't go over. And it really bothers me because of the whole politics and Triple H. Granted, Triple H is, what is he, the creator now at NXT? What bothered me was that after this match, I think it was like right after this match, like they had that little panel in the corner, and Shawn Michaels said, "Oh, this is the best match I've seen in a while." And again, like I said, this is the best match for me of that year. And not even in kayfabe could they give the CM Punk credit, because during the little Super Slammies, what was mentioned during the Match of the Year candidates? Triple H versus Brock Lesnar WrestleMania 29, which was botchy. It was the only memorable thing about that match is that Brock Lesnar scream. That's a meme now with Patrick Starr. That's the only memorable thing from that match. And that match was in there, but not CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, who everyone thought was the best match of that year. And well, not a lot of majority of people thought that was the best match from WWE. And so, you couldn't even give him credit. Not even give him the award. Give him credit that he put on a great match with Brock Lesnar. It's just... And I could go on forever with the whole ranting about the whole CM Punk situation, but that's the past now. It's 2017. Will CM Punk come back ever again? Hopefully. But only time will tell. I mean, Warrior came back. Jim Cornette came back. As long as Vince McMahon is still alive, because Vince McMahon is the one who he goes. I mean, he hugged Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle left rather grumpy, He was kind of angry at that point, and he came back and hugged it out. As long as Vince is still alive, CM Punk is going to come back. If he's going to come back, he's going to come back. But if he's gone, it's Triple H and stuff, he's not coming back. No way. Triple H, Steph, he was never a Triple H and Steph guy. So, yeah. If he does come back, I talked to my friend. If CM Punk does come back and Triple H and Steph are there, he's gonna be doing mid-card stuff. So, if CM Punk wants to hop on, better do it before Vince, strokes out. But yeah, the match. My God, the match. No reason I'm doing this. CM Punk being ragdolled by Brock Lesnar. Right, this is a Brock Lesnar, again, not 2017, 2015 Brock Lesnar, which is suplex, 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 suplex. This is a Brock Lesnar who, well, not to classify this Brock Lesnar. So far, he's throwy Brock Lesnar. Granted, this is not your normal match. And that was barred. CM Punk writhing. I also wonder how much this is him actually writhing in pain and not just selling. Getting thrown around is not fun. Getting thrown around by a man like Brock Lesnar, definitely not fun. Getting thrown around by a man like Brock Lesnar, ew. Being belly belly overhead suplex by a man like Brock Lesnar onto that super thin padding, not fun. Or getting stomped on. This replay, my God. So, here we go. Big man, little man. Classic. The little man has to chop the big man down. And of course, gets overpowered. I would say this. I would argue has been Brock Lesnar's greatest match since he's come back. But then there's that triple threat match at the Royal Rumble with John Cena and Seth Rollins, which was fucking awesome. But one-on-one contest, this has it right. Brock Lesnar doing the Brock Lesnar faces. This is the one thing I do miss about Brock Lesnar actually trying to wrestle. Like he's trying to wrestle. He's not just doing. I'm gonna do 10 suplexes, F5, the end. Dean Ambrose said he had all these great ideas for his match against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32, and Brock was like, no, no, no. It's like the one thing I'm gonna miss about Brock. Brock trying. Just go back and watch some of that stuff from 2003, 2002. Him and Kurt Angle. Him and Shaw was, the time they fought each other was actually kind of good. It wasn't complete crap. So Brock, if he wants to try, he can be great, but he just doesn't want to. Which is sad because he's getting paid all this money. Like, I get it, but I don't know, it's just a me thing, I guess. It's always paying me that much money. I at least have to try, right? I can't just suplex, suplex, suplex. Even if it is my gimmick, give him the suplexes, but then do a little bit. Like right now, it's rest holds and rest holds. In psychology, it's working. He's wearing down CM Punk to the big man, just wearing down the little man, and it doesn't really matter of time, but he just wrestles and wrestles. I'm pretty sure that's CM Punk. He does his wrestle. CM Punk fighting back. See the kicks. Going to the top rope. It's been a while since I've seen this match, so I really don't remember what happens. So it gets caught. Could we see it? Oh, what a follow-away slam. See, it has all the classics of a great big man little man match. big man towering over little man. He's trying to do his comeback, but he just can't quite do it. That backbreaker. Sort of weird fisherman suplex? No, that's fisherman T-bone. And back to the rest hold. I think Brock Lesnar meant the chin lock hit before Kevin Owens in here. I mean, see, here we go. More classic storytelling psychology. Little man is doing whatever it takes to win. Biting the man's ear. Taking a page out of Tyson's book. And nothing that's really underrated about Brock Lesnar. His selling ability. That man can sell. I mean, seen footage in a couple forearms, and he looks like he's got day. Oh, that was a stiff knee if I've ever seen one. I guess if you're gonna be stiff with a guy, it would be Brock Lesnar, right? We're talking about with a guy that during that John Cena match Extreme Rules who fell, did a weird jumping over ropes, fell over, and could have cracked his knee or something, and nope, got up like nothing. He just laughed it off. Brock Lesnar's not human, everybody. If you haven't noticed that by now, the man's not human. Just another knee to the face. Setting up for the GTS. Oh, he's gonna go for the even three. Hat trick. How does caught? He's going for that. No, slipped out. Kick to the head. See with those kicks. And it works because he's not punching him. He's kicking him. Kicking hurts a lot more. It's just science. You pack more power with your legs than with your arms. And that elbow drop. Oh, CM Punk. And I defended an elbow drop for a long time. But then when I went back to go look at that elbow drop, that is... Macho would be turning in his grave. Like, Macho would just come back. He wouldn't spin. He would get out of his grave, and tell him to stop doing that, then snap to a Slim Jim, and then go back to his grave. I mean, that is just one bad elbow. Go for the GTS, he proving he can actually pick up a behemoth like Brock Lesnar, and he counters into a possible, and a counter again, and another kick, and again to the head. Setting up a spot, going for the GTS. And into the Kimura lock. Remember the Kimura lock was a thing, everybody? Remember when Brock Lesnar would just break your arm? Those were the days. He broke Triple H's arm twice, if I do believe. And he broke HBK's arm once. And he nice counter into a possible armbar. See? He could do the grabs. He can roll around. But see, it's always funny when, they establish a move to be this, but they don't always do that move. Is they established that the Kimura lock, he can break your arm with the Kimura lock. So why the hell, why doesn't he break everyone's arm? can do it. I mean, in the Octagon, whatever organization it is, when you put in the Kimura, and again, it's an Astro CM Punk holding on to that triangle choke, you put in the Kimura, you don't put it half-ass and try to make your opponent tap. No, you crank that thing until it's about to break. You just hope he taps out before it breaks. That's all like the Kimura lock is. It's like, you can break the dude's arm. Why half-ass it? Just do it. And see, here we go. CM Punk could have won with a submission move. It's not a power submission move. He's forcing him. He has his legs wrapped around his head. Again, legs stronger than arms, and he's choking him out. Ooh, that's the way to counter that. Yeah, triangle choke. I mean, granted, it couldn't be the Anaconda device because that requires strength. And if I was gonna bet on a strongman contest or like an arm wrestling match between CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, I would put all my money on Brock Lesnar. See, it could have been a submission. It could have been a Kimura, poetic. No, it could have been a Kimura because again, it requires strength. It could have been like a heel hook. You're working the legs, apply the heel hook, but there you go, applying logic. And of course, Paul Heyman being who he is, a fantastic manager, the manager of our generation. Oh wait, no, he's not a manager, he's an advocate. I keep forgetting that. Oh, can we see a Three Amigos? A version of the Three Amigos. One, two, kick out. And just Paul Heyman losing his mind. And Brock, see, great storytelling. Brock just wondering, what the hell do I have to do to put this tiny man down? I'm like, Brock, it's a no-holds-barred match. Anything you want. They put a little screen. Trending. No DQ. You can do whatever the hell you want, Brock. No one's gonna stop you. Even if it was a DQ match. If you wanted to break the man's arm or hit him over the head with a chair a lot of times, that referee was not gonna stop you. And speaking of chairs, here we go. Jerry Lawler with this look at the disgust on his face. Like, how dare you, Brock? How dare you use a chair in a new DQ match? CM Punk going up high. Eats a chair. I wonder who got the worst of that one. Because CM Punk ate that chair, but he ended up falling on Brock Lesnar. And when I see something like that, it baffles me that after this CM Punk had to get up and wrestle the next night. That these guys put their bodies on the line. They have brutal matches, and the next night, you gotta go to work. The night after that, live event, you gotta go to work, you gotta do work. It's insane to me. Which is why I get some people just burn out and leave. Which is another reason CM Punk left, but close to the podcast. Hearing it from the horse's mouth is way better. And a low blow. See? Working it perfectly. Oh, CM Punk. I wonder, overselling, properly selling, or just he's in that amount of pain? CM Punk going up high with that steel chair. It's gonna do an elbow drop. or a chair drop. He's gonna do it. And that could have been a finish. Just saying. It's in 4 years and I still haven't let it go. Leave me alone. And Brock kicks out because Brock is beast. Brock kicks out of everything. Brock and streaks. Well, not yet. Soon. Ugh. Oh god. Thank God WWE banned headshots, right? Jesus. Of course, can't. We're not making CM Punk look weak. He is losing because of Paul Heyman. So, now I still deserve to see CM Punk. GTS hits it. 1, 2. Paul Heyman. Sorry, I'm going back to 4 years ago. I'm sorry. Wrestling has that power where we can go back to look at a particular match. Granted, I was watching on the tail end of the Attitude Era, so I don't have that nostalgic feeling for Steamboat much or any of the Hogan matches. Well, Rock and Hogan. F5 and a counter to DDT. Yep. But yeah, some matches that are great that I've watched, and they put me back in that mode. I mean, and here we go GTS, which again, just Brock's forearm is the size of two of CM Punk's arms. I'm sorry, just look at that. Well, we almost wow, foreshadowing from that match with Taker at SummerSlam. But did he tap? Did he tap? And Paul Heyman, you dastardly heel manager! How dare you interfere in a DQ match? Yeah, continue on with that match. It's just like no matter what point in time you watch it, it just hits you. The last match that happened to me was that Okada Omega match. I watched it. It was great. Watched it again. It was great. The match before that, it was Styles Nakamura. I was about to say Nakamura's Sammy, but uh, yeah, watching New Japan on a nice basis, you're like, it was good, but Naito and Juice Robinson. I know. Just no, I'm not trying to bury Nakamura and Sammy, but come on. Styles Cena at SummerSlam. SummerSlam has all these good matches. I would say it was better. Nakamura and Sammy. And here we go. The big finish. CM Punk taking those chair shots into the F5 on a steel chair, if I do believe. Yes! Dragging the four bastard. 1, 2, 3. Lesnar, beast over man best. See, it's Brock selling. Brock is a great seller. And great facials too. I mean, this guy was a total package, but like I said, some people just get burned out. He was one of them. He got burnt out. When again, promises were broken to, to Brock Lesnar. The whole title scene. I mean, I don't know if you heard the story, but apparently Brock almost walked out before WrestleMania because he thought he was already done. He was just tired. He was about to leave, but for Sable, his eventual future wife, uh, wife now, I talked him out of it. He was about to leave because he thought Vince McMahon was screwing with him. Like, oh really? You're gonna make me drop the title to Eddie Guerrero? He just thought Vince McMahon was screwing with him, and so he was about to leave before WrestleMania. But luckily or unluckily for us, because we had to watch that garbage match at WrestleMania 20, Sable talked him out of it, and he's had to stay through WrestleMania. And then he was never seen again until the night after WrestleMania 27. No, 28, 28, 28. I'm probably getting my dates wrong. It's late. Oh god. It's late and I'm having technical difficulties. Cut me some slack. Granted, see, that makes CM Punk look that weak. He was distracted by Paul Heyman twice. It could have been finishes, and they left him. I love when they do this. He did this with Chris Benoit at that Royal Rumble 2003. Put in a great effort, just couldn't quite win. Couldn't quite put him away, and he stays behind and soaks in that standing O. A well-deserved standing O. Go back for CM Punk and for Chris Benoit that time. Go back if you haven't watched that. After this, if you're on the network, go watch that match. Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, 2003 Royal Rumble for that WWE title. Oh, oh, so good, so good. No, he was not. He was not afraid of Brock Lesnar. And now Punk goes off to face Ryback. And if I do remember correctly, Curtis Axel. WWE booking. Okay. So yeah, that was my first Smark Night. You haven't noticed by now. Smark Night right here. This guy. This Smark Night. This is the first Smark Night commentary. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk. SummerSlam 2003. Thank you for watching this. If you made it all the way through, hopefully it didn't bore you. Hopefully I enlightened you a bit. And like I said at the beginning, this is a test, an experiment. Uh, I'm going to do a live stream for Backlash. Again, doing the commentary. I would show this. Pardon me. Not editing any of this out. Steady as it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream for Backlash. Again, do the same thing, commentary. But I'm actually gonna be calling the match. It's gonna be important. CM Punk, Brock Lesnar. I called some of the match. But yeah, it's first experiment. If you have any requests, if you're watching this, and you want me to do another match, we have some great insight on some of the things that was going on during that match. I'm a wealth of wrestling knowledge, my friend. I mean, why else would I start a YouTube page for myself doing this stuff? But yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream for Backlash. Uh, you know, gonna try to do a video cast every week. Summarizing what's going on in the world of wrestling that week. WWE, NXT is kind of its own thing, so not mentioning aside WWE, but WWE, NXT, New Japan, ROH, Evolve, there's some stuff going on. going on in Japan, stuff going on in England, Britain, whatever you call yourselves. Make up your goddamn mind. You know, just encapsulate the week, and I'll put it out for you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching this. Um, hopefully I'll see you sometime Thursday for the wrap up, the weekend review. I'm still trying to get a good name for it. But yeah, so thank you for watching this. Join me later in the week. Join me for Backlash. Hopefully it didn't bore you. Thank you for watching. Smart Knight. I am the Knight. Nothing I can come up with. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.